This is my 2000 Toyota Aristo Vertex with over 330,000 kilometers, and I love it. I love this interior, the two-tone cloth, gray and black. This one was taken care of quite well. AC still works ice cold. Good service history. We got regular oil changes, all that kind of stuff. I think this is Millennium Silver. Oh, I just love the color. I love the look. And the Vertex, we got the badge. No rust, very clean. You got the wang, you got the badges still, hasn't been rebadged, but we're looking good. There's some body scuffing here, little rust starting there, but overall, like the dashboard, everything inside is just a good solid baseline for whatever you want to do. So yeah, this is nice. Got a nice remote here for a unit in something, I don't know what that is, and our useless OEM navigation. This is pretty expensive to like convert this to US style. You need like a $300 climate control, and then you're gonna need your own aftermarket navigation with a harness. I think the harness is like $200 or $300, so that's the only kind of difficult problem. They switched in 03, I think 02 or 03 to 05. Different style nav, different harness. Maybe Grom can do something. We can work with them on some JDM stuff. I'm interested actually in doing the Centuries to see if Grom can come up with some kind of Toyota Century kit. We'll see. That's very preliminary, but yeah, another one, you know, that I kind of want to keep more than I want to sell, but I'm still going to advertise it for sale. So if someone wants it, you know, higher mileage, you got some dings and stuff, but again, it's a super solid baseline car. Are rusted out like a lot of them are, especially at this high mileage. You know, there's a little bit of noise in back, a little bit of, you can't see, there's no light, but a little bit of surface rust here. But overall, I mean, this is, can't get over it. I love these things, if you haven't noticed. Take a peek at this engine. Got an aftermarket grill here. I don't know if I like that. I want to try to find a better one. TRD strut bar, Sirtara bar there. The very 2JZ quiet, nice and smooth idle. Everything is awesome here. T-belt, look at that. It was done 277K, so we're even good there. Like, you know, what does it need? Tires, that's about it. Solid car, guys. Everyone wants the Vertex. Here's a super clean one. Throw on an aftermarket exhaust, more boost, boom, you are golden. What do you think? I don't even know what I'm gonna do with this thing. Baseline it? I can't really even make a video because there's nothing to fix. I love these things. So, what's the problem with the 200,000 mile Aristo, you might ask? A little bit of rust. I mean, some surface rust on the front side. You know, a little bit here, nothing like through the frame or anything, but you'll see our rear steering, four-wheel steering up there. Hold that thought. This one already has the delete, so it has an ARS delete assembly. It's basically just a fixed rod that doesn't allow the knuckles to turn, if that makes sense. So I'll take a look at the back. The back side, I mean, there's some spots, but the biggest concern is some more of that corrosion and rust. You really got to get in there and take a look, but yeah, that's what we want to replace. And corrosion. Love these California cars. Got an SC430 here, totally rust-free. We've got our upper fixed arms here, toe adjusters. And a beautiful rust-free subframe. It's going right in the Aristo. Awesome. That's the guy that showed it to me. He's gonna actually pull it out. It's one of these like non-self-service yards, which is fine by me. The subframe's super cheap. It's only like $60, which is crazy. But they specialize in imports here. This is Atlas Auto 2, near the Mexico border. But yeah. So in case you're wondering, if you want to eliminate your rear wheel steering on your Aristo, any GS300, 400, SC430 subframe will work. And the subframe itself is not that large, so You can fit it in the trunk of a car. I'm an LS at least. You don't need a giant truck or pickup to get it. Those tow links are $150 each from the dealer. I think they're gonna charge maybe, I don't know, 20 bucks a piece, but at least this gives us the option. We can stick that subframe in the trunk of the Aristo if we're gonna ship it back to the Midwest or ship it to somebody else, or if somebody else ends up buying it, they have a nice new subframe in there. They'll appreciate that. It's the little things. And then we can sell that rear ARS delete, get some money back from that. Everything's great. Don't even have to powder coat it, sandblast it. Just looks factory new. Because the desert is awesome. The LS 430 comes through again. Shout out to Atlas Auto Recycling. We are in the high mode to get through this off-road adventure. But we've got the subframe here. It fits perfectly in the trunk. And so here are the tow rods. So this kind of adjusts the limited rear toe on the knuckles. On the Aristo, this is actually up here. So the steering gear is on top, and then it kind of goes into the knuckle from the top, I think. I'm pretty sure. So if you want to eliminate your rear steering, this is the part that is needed with this subframe. And as you can see, really good condition. And now we're able to, if we want, we can do all the subframe bushings at the same time. We can put in poly bushings before putting it in. Now is a great time, if you're enjoying this Aristo video, to subscribe to my channel, like the video, click the notification bell, so you can be notified of all our new JDM videos coming out and be the first to watch and enjoy. So we'll move on to some other things on the Aristo, but you saw the subframe issue, and we'll see what else is hiding. Aside from the subframe, what do we look at? I mean, what do I check when we get a car like this? Well, first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to check the coolant. And we're going to see some nice, bright, red, pink, clear coolant. So that's good. And then you can translate some of these tags. Like this is oil change, this one's ATF change. So typically, like, the maintenance on these cars is good. Like, you pull this out, you're gonna have this one's a little bit brown, so we'll probably change the ATF. A lot of times you'll see just red or pink ATF, but this one looks like it hasn't been changed in a while, so we'll probably do a drain and a fill on here because it's a little dark. It's not clear, it's not pink how I want to see it. And then the overflow bottle for the Aristos is up here. You just want to make sure there's coolant on the gauge. That one looks okay. There's enough in there, so that's good. We also want to check the belt, drive belt. This one looks okay, no cracking. Mitsubishi, so that's good. It's an OEM style belt. I do see a little bit of oil down there, and then some above that belt. You can see collecting on the cover. This is all like oil soaked for some reason. So, whether these hoses are leaking or something else, that's something to investigate. How is oily residue getting on the external of these pipes? Hood struts, of course. Put that link in the description. Aristo, same as GS, so it's all interchange is fine. Oil, same thing. Pull this, and we've got oil, so that's fine. And then want to pull this off, you'll have to remove the cap, and then you can just take a peek in here and see what's going on in there. It looks pretty clean. There's not a lot of whatever you want to call it, not sludge, but just oil buildup up in the visible area. And then remove your hex bolts, 5mm, take the cover off, and you can expose the good bits. So timing belt, you just want to make sure that's dry. There's no like massive oil leak. It does look like there's a little oil on this exhaust cam gear, which could be a cam seal probably. If this VVTi O-ring was bad, we would see a lot of oil everywhere. But obviously if we're changing that, it probably wouldn't be a bad idea to change the VVTi O-ring. Next up, we want to take a look at these hoses. right here. Looks like this was replaced with a non-OEM. This one definitely was replaced with non-OEM, and it's not a very good fit, so we'll have to change that. And then we'll also probably pull the plugs, or at least one, and just see the condition of it. How old is it? What's the part number, so we can document it going forward, so we have it. And that's about it. You know, the car runs fine otherwise. This is kind of your baseline process, and now you just gotta figure out what you're gonna do from here. Something I noticed on this car when driving, if you floored it, you get a ton of black smoke and it would sound like there's a massive air leak. So what I did here is I kind of rotated this intake pipe, the air filter, to the turbos, and you can see there's some rotation. See here? This inner hard pipe is rotating not with this rubber clamp. So there's a, I don't know if this is loose here, this clamp, or if it's just old and not clamping anymore. But that would definitely explain some of this oily air if this is not tight, or if there's some air leaking in this area, and also explain any kind of boost leak sound or whooshing you might have, and black smoke with lack of power. So that's something. We'll take a look at all these clamps, tighten them up. So over time, lots of mileage, lots of wear and tear. Sometimes these clamps can loosen up. I mean, they're just kind of worm gear type, and you know, over time they kind of loosen up, and then they can rotate. This back one here, those were actually pushed in, so I couldn't even access those screws, those clamps. I had to tap. First of all, remove this solenoid, but I had to tap them from the back side and then spin the whole rubber coupler, so then I could tighten those up again. So, you know, one person might think you have failing turbos, but you know, when in fact you might just have loose clamps and boost leaks induced by that. Plugs on this one look good. NGK Iridium, EIX 11Ps, looking all right. No reason to change them. And that really gives you your nice baseline. You know, you can drive the car around, see how it's behaving, check for oil leaks and all that, and then just slowly modify it if you're gonna do it, or do some baseline maintenance. You know, new plugs, wires. Looks like these were replaced. They're blue, so that one's already done. But those hoses, things of that nature. And then the only really other thing we can do is polish these headlights. They're a little cloudy, so we'll take some compound and a buffer and clean these up, and then put like a UV coating on it so it doesn't fade again. So yeah, that's really it. You know, it's kind of a baseline on Aristo. Obviously, I mentioned before, there's some issues with some paint we can, you know, do in the future or whatever. Tires, all that good stuff. But that's pretty much it. All right, everybody, this is it. It's all cleaned up. I even polished the headlights. Took new pictures, put them on the website. The original pictures, just it wasn't washed and cleaned. So people are probably like, I'm not buying a dirty car. But this is it, the fruits of our labor. Everything's done. You saw the subframe, so that's obviously going to go with the car if I don't keep it myself. And then this is just a solid Vertex ready to go. So what else can I go over here? Grill, just an aftermarket one. I was looking for an actual Vertex one, but they're pretty hard to find. Cleaned up pretty nice. Used some iron remover on the bottom. A lot of brake dust and metal on there that came off. Take a quick look here and wrap it up. Only thing I did, I tightened all this up and it seemed to fix our weird boost problem and power problem. Everything else, you know, as expected. Real nice car. So thanks for watching. You know, this is Aristo number 2. I don't know if this one's gonna sell or if I'm going to keep this one. We'll see. Haven't had much interest at all, even though it's a Vertex, you know, higher mileage but good service history. So thanks for watching. Click that bell to notify you new videos. Please click subscribe, and you'll get notifications of all new cool JDM, Toyota, Lexus stuff and videos. Thanks for watching. Take care.